Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hello everyone, Craig here with another great business to discuss in this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Joseph, and he's selling his Amazon FBA business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Joseph. How are you doing today?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
That's good to hear, and thank you for coming on. We're looking forward to talking more about your business as well, but before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It's an Amazon FBA business in the jewellery niche, created in December 2012. The average monthly revenue for the business is $94,116, and it makes an average of $14,595 net profit each month. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 54544 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, let's have a look at what's included in the sale. We have the Amazon Seller Essential account with 672 SKUs. 146 of these are FBM versions of the FBA SKUs used during COVID. We have the domain, including all site content and files, a trademark, SOPs, supplier contracts and relationships, and a Facebook account. And it's important to note that inventory is not normally included in the list price, but further details can be provided to active buyers. Okay, Joseph, now let's hear from you. Can you tell us a little about your background in building and running online businesses?
Sure. So I guess you could say it started in college back in 96, 97. I actually started selling on eBay for just some part-time income. Probably caught the bug back then, but didn't really go deep into that until later on in life. After my corporate job, I decided to start back dabbling into online eBay mostly, and met some friends that did Amazon and just started going from there. It really took off when I started getting into the Amazon world.
Okay, and what attracted you to the online e-commerce business model in particular?
So there's something about a thrill of finding something and selling it out to the world. I don't know, the spirit of finding products and offering them to someone, I think it was a real draw. And I feel like that I've really done well in that aspect. And anytime you can make a living doing something, it's attractive.
Absolutely, yeah. I've even seen some sellers compare it to sort of like a game that you play with a business. So, yeah, totally understand that. So when you made the transition from eBay to Amazon, what sort of lessons did you apply to your Amazon business? What were some of the transferable sort of skills you applied there?
Sure. So I probably started it with Amazon about like a lot of sellers do back in 2012. Seasoned DVDs were the start. I kind of moved over to retail arbitrage like a lot of people did probably, and then started getting into wholesale. I really was not into the private label for so long. I felt like that it really wasn't what I wanted to do with Amazon, but some of my friends kind of steered me in that direction, and I started just doing small amounts of private label, which really took the business off. That's really where we went, and that's where I am now.
All right, and was this all with the same business, or have you had multiple Amazon businesses before?
It's all been in the same business. It has been, and I have changed the niche somewhat over time, but it really is all the same business.
Okay, and the business right now, so how does it primarily make money?
100% FBA. There's been some merchant field over time, but it's really 100% FBA. So Amazon is the main money maker.
And how come was it that you chose this niche in particular?
So my corporate job back in the day, I did work in the jewelry business, in the jewelry industry for about 9 years. So I felt like that I had known the trends or how to figure out the trends in that industry. So when I was looking around at private label products to do, just really fit what I had done before, and I thought I could do well with it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You can apply your knowledge and experience in that area to the e-commerce market, know what to look for and stuff. So I'm looking through your listing page now, and it's showing me that 90% of your inventory is stored at the Amazon warehouse and 10% is stored at your home garage. Can you just tell us a little about the inventory order fulfillment process that you have set up for this business?
Sure. So it is probably about those percentages, but I'll tell you the inventory that I store here locally in my garage is mainly just back stock for FBA. It's just a filtering that we do. So right now, everything comes in through me before it goes to FBA. So we just keep some inventory back here at the garage to have locally. Sometimes that will go to Fulfilled by Merchant, but mostly it's just FBA back stock here.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm looking at your earnings history as well. It's been very consistent over the years. What would you attribute that success to, and so consistently for so long?
Yeah, I think that definitely is something that you would see when looking at revenue and earnings for a business. It's very consistent growth. And I really do believe it's because I'm always looking for the new product, the new trend, or how to improve something that we are currently doing. Just 6 months ago, we ended up rewriting probably our top 80% of our SKUs just to get the pages in a better place. We added A+ content to almost all of those just to update and upgrade everything. And that's just what we do, or that's what I do to keep the business fresh, to keep the revenue growing. That's how it's just gone.
Yeah, it's certainly an iterative process to keep business going. So, I mean, it sounds like you've got a great business here. So how come you're selling it right now?
I've done well over the years. Over the last 5 years or so, it's been very profitable and very good to me. I think it's just time to step back a bit. My parents are getting a little older. They live in a different state. I think it would be time to maybe take a small step back and travel a little bit, visit with friends and family that I've kind of not visited with as much over the last few years of growing my business. I think it's time to get some more time in with them.
Yeah, certainly that makes a lot of sense. Sounds fair enough. Is there anything you've learned from this business that you would apply to future businesses?
So I have really found out that there are plenty of niches on Amazon. So I think for the future, I'm sure I'll do something on Amazon. It's not going to be to this degree, but I just need to find another niche and run with it. And I think I really learned how to do that on Amazon. So that's what I would carry forward. Just knowing that if you can make it searchable, then it can sell on Amazon.
And was there anything you tried with this business that didn't work out for you?
Probably when I started selling some jewelry in the jewelry category that was not searchable. If it was just beautiful, it was just a pretty or a nice piece or item, it's really hard to market something like that. So I learned that the product has to be searchable in a category. It has to be pertaining to a subject that people will search and will find.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something that I hear quite often from Amazon sellers. And where does the majority of your traffic come from for the store then?
I'm going to say it's all from Amazon. We have done a little bit of off-site marketing. We really don't use our Facebook account for traffic right now. That's something a buyer would take and run with that we just haven't done. I just haven't done. So all the traffic is Amazon. We use pay-per-click, which helps a lot on Amazon. So all the traffic is from there.
And have you experimented with any other marketing channels in the past?
Not really. We did hire an advertising agency to take over our Amazon pay-per-click, and they have tried some off-site marketing. And, we still use that a very, very little, but it's not something that we've spent a lot of time doing.
Okay, so looking forward then, if you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
If I were going to keep the business, and I would probably try to be a little bit more hands-off so that I could travel and visit family. So I would probably be looking at more of either having my supplier, which supplies 90+% of all my products, have my supplier ship direct to FBA, which they do. I just haven't taken advantage of that. Or I'd be looking at a third-party warehouse to ship things to and let them do it, just to take a few things off my plate. And then I could maybe concentrate on some new products that also will take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And that sort of leads nicely into my next question of, can you describe the amount and type of work you do on this business for maintenance?
Sure. Between me and my wife, which are the only two employees, I probably spend, combined between her and I, maybe 35 hours a week, which includes receiving product, sometimes repacking product, printing stickers, and then shipping out to FBA using their Seller Central through UPS.
What skills or requirements do you think there are for someone who is not familiar with this niche or business model?
If someone were going to take over the business that didn't know Amazon FBA, that would be the first thing. You'd have to know Amazon FBA, which is, takes a little time, but it's not that difficult. And then you would need to know how to follow trends within the jewelry and jewelry making niche. Again, there's plenty of newsletters, plenty of magazines that you could follow and what trends are happening right now.
Absolutely. What do you think are the biggest risks with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
The only thing I could think of is if you get on Amazon's bad side. That's something that if you follow the rules of Amazon and all the rules of FBA, then you shouldn't have to worry about anything.
All right, then. Overall, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think this is a business worth buying?
So my business has solid growth over the last 5 years. It has, I think, a minimum risk due to the vast number of SKUs. Of course, the best SKUs have a higher weight as far as revenue and profit, but there's a lot of SKUs. So I think that there's a good diversity, a good minimizes risk. If a buyer is good at social media and outside marketing, they could probably take this and run with it, something that I just haven't put the time into. And I think that there are also quite a few SKUs that are in the brand that I have discontinued over the years that probably could be looked at again and maybe remarketed, rewritten, and put back into Amazon and probably be profitable from. And those SKUs that are no longer for sale by me and my brand, we have not placed any value on. So I think there could be some value in some of the older SKUs as well.
Excellent. Well, regarding the sale of the business then, would you commit to a non-compete?
Yes, I'm not interested in selling the same products and I'm not interested in selling in the exact same niche of the business.
And how much support are you willing to offer buyers? Are you going for the standard 30 days of email and Skype support?
Yes, whatever standard. I want the buyer of the business to be successful, so whatever's needed and standard.
And are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
I'm not going to say no to that. It's something that I would hear. I did not think that I would be interested, but I'm definitely open to offers.
All right. Anything else you'd like to share that I might have missed?
I don't think so. This has been fun. I've enjoyed talking through this.
Yeah, it's been really interesting hearing about your business. So thank you very much for your time, Joseph. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 54544. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.